Hello, hello. Good morning and welcome to Thursday, the 20. Where's my thing gone? The 24th of October. Thursday, the 24th of October. Welcome. How are you? How are you feeling at this 0, almost 1 degree of Scorpio? Oh my God, yesterday I was so excited. Scorpio season, yay! And then I felt it and I was like, oh my God, here we go. Here we go. That shadow self, that shadow side, those hidden issues that come up for you to explore during the month of our underworld transit. So, okay. So today I have drawn a Susan straight away and I thought it was relevant. So we got independence. All right, because I like this one. So it says platypus appears vulnerable, living her independent life, but she knows how to protect herself. So do you. All right, so we do have the moon in Cancer exactly conjunct Mars right now. I don't have anyone here. What's going on? Oh, Julie, good morning. How are you? Okay, so yeah, we have the sun, like I said, at 0, almost 1 degree of Scorpio, starting to bring up those feels. Good morning, Paulette. And with the sun being ruled by Mars, co-ruler Pluto. All right, so Pluto at that 29th degree of Capricorn. Um, and then Mars exactly conjunct the moon right now. I know with Mick, I was just a little bit feisty. Good morning, Steph. How are you? And I had to look at the chart and I was like, oh, I'm sorry, Mick. I just got Marsed. So there is a possibility for Ra around this morning. So just be aware of that. Also, so we've got the moon conjunct Mars that started at 8 a.m. Now we have a sextile to Uranus. In the words I wrote, inspiration can strike at the weirdest moments. So if you're one of these contemplation pondering people, carry a notebook or have something to write or record. Good morning, Alicia. To record your inspiration down, because you know what, shit's gonna start coming up. All right, and because the sun has got that Mars in Cancer flavor, all right. I keep saying it. We're looking at, early childhood conditioning. When are we not? It's just, daily live guidance. What happened in your fucking childhood? Anyway, so the masculine influence of our home experience. Okay. So, this could, anyway. So those driving forces from your childhood. Good morning, Deb. Good morning, Heather. So, all right. So yeah. So I'm so sorry, guys. Ground. All right. The sextile to Uranus at 9 a.m. is where that inspiration strikes. All right, because stuff is going to be coming up. I know yesterday afternoon. Good morning, Carla. How are you? I was sitting here yesterday afternoon and I started to get this really uncomfortable feeling. And I was like, what is that? And I was like, oh my God. All right. Cruising along, and all of a sudden I'm like, getting issues around fear of rejection and shame and old traumas and not feeling good enough. And I'm like, oh, hello, Scorpio season, here you are. All right, so there's that drive, and your feelings, those maybe hot angry feelings. Mars in Cancer. There is so much. All right, so now after that Uranus, because we've got all this outer planet stuff. So I think it was last week we had the sun was doing the Uranus, Neptune, Pluto, all right? Because they're doing so the sextile to Uranus, the trine to Neptune, and then the opposition to Pluto. Good morning, Louise. Yay. I know it's been a while since I've seen you, Carla. Your girls are beautiful, by the way. All right. So, yeah. So the trine to Neptune is at midday. All right. So we get the cranky pants in the morning with the Mars, and then we get the inspiration and I get it. Or things shift around 9 a.m. And then, if we just sort of dream into it a little bit, we get that trine to Neptune at lunchtime. So maybe a little bit of vague, foggy, or it could just be we go into that sort of, that subconscious landscape. And then the opposition to Pluto is at 4 p.m. All right. So that is where, the moon is shining its light on that Pluto. So it could be, old trauma, transformation, dark secrets. But I mean, it's the moon, so it's fleeting. So that's a lot. That's better. It's being fast. Now, the Sun and Mercury are not making any applying aspects, so they're just doing their thing. All right. Now, Venus is square to Saturn. So, Venus in Sagittarius is square to Saturn in Pisces. So, she is aware that, in order to do the journey or the higher learning fucking thing that she wants to do right now. She just wants to go do shit. She's got to change some of her conditioning. She's very aware because of the Scorpio stuff. And like I was saying, I noticed straight away yesterday afternoon when I got that feeling. I was like, okay, let's name and identify these feelings that are not related to this world or the current experience. Old traumas coming back to be dealt with. This is just for now, Carla, and today. But it's Scorpio season. So Scorpio season is up until the 22nd or 23rd of November. So, meh. All right, at least we're not doing Scorpio eclipses. Fuck. Oh my God, imagine that. That's shit. All right, so because Mars is ruling the sun, we're looking at Mars. Now Mars is also, like I said, this conjunct the moon. So we've got Mars sextile Uranus, trine Neptune, opposition Pluto. Spicy season, yes, absolutely. So Mars is also Mars is being challenged where his comfort and security is concerned. Mars is in Cancer and he's feeling it. Uranus is in Taurus, therefore poking him where it comes to values, um, you know, self-worth, actual finances. Same with that trine to Neptune. Mars may be connecting in with those feelings and trying to get a little bit of a spiritual perspective on it so that when that opposition to Pluto comes next week, he's not actually trying to destroy. All right, so the Mars opposition Pluto, because it's Cancer and Capricorn, we are going to witness tower moments. All right, there is going to be a crumbling of the old structures in your life. All right, try to just support yourself and your emotional state as best you can because Mars doesn't like Cancer. All right, we're going to get these hot, angry feelings when we get feelings. When we see, good morning, Sean, when we see what we have known all of our lives, or at least for the last 20 years, depending on how old you are, that could be most of your life. This Pluto in Capricorn structure system that is just being decimated. The more you support yourself, the easier it's going to be for you to go, oh, okay, I need that brick, I need that brick. We're sorting through our foundations and transforming them as we need them. All right, so that Uranus realizations of what our values are and where our comfort and security lay, and then trying to connect into that spiritual perspective, or at least trying to get a little bit zen about it so that that opposition to Pluto is not just an atomic, let's just blow it off the map. All right, we don't have to blow it off the map. We can observe the downfall because it needs to fall. All right, once Pluto moves into Aquarius, that's the ending of an era. I don't know who I was talking to the other day, but 2025 and 2026 are massive years because we have so many outer planet changes. All right, the inner planets speed out through the sky, but we've got Saturn is going to finally next year leave Pisces. Oh my God, I'm so looking forward to that. So we're going to have Saturn in Aries. We're going to have Jupiter in Cancer. That's beautiful. We're going to have Uranus moving into Gemini. We're going to have Neptune moving into Aries. We're going to have Pluto into Aquarius. So this massive shift of cultural and social perspective on a singular basis, we've just got to be way more observant with our lives and be ready to allow the old things to go. I so often talk about release, let go, blah, 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 blah. And it's just like, is there going to be anything left? Well, what we're going to have in next year and the year after is going to look so completely different. It is time for you to close chapters, all right? And just being willing to allow these things of the past to be let go of. This is it. It's just not being scared that you're not going to have enough. Here's that value. Like, what is actually valuable in your life? Health, family. Buildings can be rebuilt, cars you can buy another one. Food you can regrow. But when you actually come down to it, your health is the most important thing you have. The health of your family. When all else is gone, you only have yourself and your values. All right. So don't compromise your values. So there we go. Oh, I think that was a very big. Oh, okay. And the moon moves into Leo at 4:24. So while you're doing this feely um, experience during the day, by the afternoon, you might come back up and be like, okay, I got this. But remembering that the moon in Leo is being ruled by the sun in Scorpio. And sun in Scorpio has got that Mars in Cancer coat on, right? So, we're still going to be doing this very deep dive perspective, but I think also being, when you acknowledge your feelings, good morning, Kathy. When you acknowledge your feelings and your ancestry and all of that stuff, when it moves into Leo, you can be proud of who you are. All right. So, did I read it out? I don't know if I did. I'm going to read it out again anyway. All right. So I did read the inspiration strikes. All right. So allow yourself to think deeply about your life and the topics that take up most of your time and energy. Do they lift you up and support you? Or are they the hidden weights that hold you down? The afternoon or evening may have you standing up straighter and feeling better about things. So, all right. And in the beginning, I drew Susan's independence card. And so, this is a solo journey. I mean, obviously, the Cancer stuff, you are looking after your family and your kin. But this journey of Scorpio, it's a solo experience. It's your transformation. I posted that meme yesterday with Beetlejuice, and it's shadow season with jazz hands. Um, but then yeah, in the afternoon, I was like, oh my God, I'm feeling that shame, rejection, abandonment, and it's like, oh God, I've got to deal with that again. Meh. That's all it is a acknowledgement of feeling. Oh, okay, it's a feeling. It's something within me that still needs to be dealt with. Not that I believe it now, but there's some part of me that is holding on to that, and I must acknowledge and support myself and those around me. So, all right, and I'm going to read these cards. I just went, oh, yes, here we go. I know it's not a Scorpio moon, but I'm just going to honor the Scorpio as much as I can this month. Because, Pluto moving into Aquarius on the 20th of November gives us, those final degrees of Scorpio are going to have their co-ruling planet in a different sign. So if your birthday is if you're a Scorpio, after the 20th of November, there's only a couple of days, you're going to be a different type of Scorpio than the before the 20th. So, all right, what card do we need? Oh, they're not shuffling very well. This one. Ooh. Okay, I have had this one before. Sexual arts. All right, that works for Cancer and Moon in Cancer, Moon in Leo, and Sun in Scorpio. All right, card number 33. Okay. Bring more light into your sexuality, says the Scorpio sun. All right, keeping sexuality alive is an art form very few people truly understand. Are you sexually attracted to your partner every day? I'm sorry, Mick is in the background laughing. Sex energy only occurs where there is sexual polarity. Everyone has both masculine and feminine qualities to gift each other. The only time there is a sexual spark is when one person is embodying more of their masculine and the other person is embodying more of their feminine. I'm sorry. Stop it! The masculine is the unchanging witness, presence, direction, decision making, and trying to bring together to closure and consciousness itself. The feminine is change, life force, light flowing movement, mother nature, and emotions. Do not buy into the myth that sexual attraction eventually dies in long term relationships. Sexual polarity is an art that takes practice. It can be so subtle and last a lifetime if you're constantly reinventing your gifts and using an open heart. Good morning, Katha. I'm sorry. Oh, yeah, that card is number 33. Kath. Sorry. Oh, okay. All right, that sexual arts was not supposed to be as hilarious as it was. But there you go. There you go. And what is life but fun? There we go. So I hope you are I hope that the sun in Scorpio brings back your sexy time with your loved ones or with the ones that you want to love. Because procreation and reproduction and even intimacy is such an important part of being human. All right, you might be past childbearing age, but intimacy is still crucial. You know, there's nothing better than a good hug. So that's me, ladies. I hope you have an amazing day. I am around if anybody needs to have a reading today. I have a meeting at 10, but I'm going to be around between 11 and say 3. So if anybody wants to have a chat, give me a yell. And thank you for everyone that put in their invites yesterday. I am at 492 people, so 8 more people, and I have got 500 people here. How amazing is that? Oh, Louise, what are you attracting? Mwah. All right. Go see you later, guys. See you tomorrow.